Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's truly been a pleasure. You guys have given me great pleasure to play here in the city of Chicago. My heart will always be here in Chicago. I love you all. Still support the Chicago Bulls. Thank you for support over the years. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Jordan, the last words on the court. Coming up, he will let his basketball play do the talking for the rest of the night. Those of you watching on ESPN, we're going to take you to Edge. NFL matchup will continue on ESPN2 as the Chicago Bulls are unveiled.
76. Now tonight's starter, 6-foot guard from Georgetown, number 3,
They are jacked here at the Wachovia Center for the return of one Allen Iverson. Just to refresh your memory, 6 feet, 180 pounds, 14th year in the NBA out of Georgetown, an original #1 pick by the 76ers. And I'll tell you what, Eddie, Sixers have struggled lately. It's not even Christmas, and you'd swear it was a playoff game here tonight. And Allen Iverson to the bench, greeted warmly, and those who remain, many of them stand for him, as indeed the answer has come home. So,
for 7 seasons, LeBron James wore the colors of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then came the decision, and tonight comes the return. And moments ago, he took to the court in Cleveland.
Gentlemen, welcome to Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, it's time to meet tonight's starters for the visiting Miami Heat. At forward, 6'8" from St. Vincent St. Mary High School, number 6, LeBron James. At forward, 6'11" from Georgia Tech, number 1, Chris Bosh.
Standing ovation from many here at the American Airlines Arena. They just played the video tribute, and his former teammate clapping as well as LeBron James acknowledging. And this is what we expected.
And it's great. I mean, class act by the Miami Heat organization and a class act by the fans, celebrating and acknowledging the great run by LeBron James and the Heat.
Center, where we just witnessed quite an amazing moment here. Vince Carter has received a standing ovation that has brought tears to his eyes. They just showed a video tribute of Carter on the big screen. At first, a lot of fans started booing, and then they started rising in crescendo. So many. Vince Carter cheered in Toronto after leaving this franchise for the first time since he left. The guy they used to call Air Canada has been cheered loudly. And maybe there is some closure. Guys.
Half man, half amazing, Jack. And when you think about Vince Carter and the impact of basketball here, I think, you know, Leo, I remember talking to you, and when you were growing up here, one of the things that you said, you had to look over to Buffalo and the Buffalo Braves and the impact of the Toronto Raptors, and then, Leo, more specifically, Vince Carter on basketball.
When I was back. Home again.
And at the other forward, 6'11", from Farragut Academy High School, number 21, Kevin Garnett.
10 All-Star appearances in a Timberwolves uniform, and MVP award in 2004, a trip to the Western Conference Finals. He has meant so much to this organization. And this is a moment that the crowd has been anticipating as much as anything. Kevin Garnett over at the scorer's table, and we are just about set for basketball. The second era of Kevin Garnett in a Minnesota Timberwolves uniform. A salute to the crowd as we get set for basketball. An emotional night, a packed house. Earlier this afternoon, they released 500 standing room only tickets. The crowd expressing its delight with what they're seeing here tonight for the Timberwolves. The crowd absolutely raucous right now as Kevin Garnett exits, much to the approval of the sold-out Target Center audience here tonight. Make sure you stick around for the end of this game, because something special will happen when the clock expires. The final 97-77. The Timberwolves with a 20-point win over a Washington team that came in 33-24 on the season.
And number 3, Dwayne Wade.
Look at Pierce.
Oh, come on!
An appropriate ending for Paul Pierce. He couldn't have scripted it any better. Not far from North Station is where Paul Pierce forged his basketball legacy, and will no doubt at some point after retirement be up for the Hall of Fame.
You made your Celtics debut. Today, your last regular season game here. What's this day like been for you?
I've been enjoying every moment of it, man. It's just the fans, it's great fans. They truly appreciate what I've been able to do for this franchise, and I just really feel the love, and I'm thankful to be able to come in here one last time.
When did you know you were going to start and get all this attention?
Doc told me yesterday, so I was like, thank you. I haven't played in a while, so I was like, just give me a chance to come back out here and step foot on this court where I've provided so many memories. you know, I'm just thankful he gave me that opportunity and to get back out here at the end, and I got a bucket.
You had not only the bucket, you had the video tribute, you had the starting announcement, you had the "We Want Paul" chants. All of it together your favorite? Any particular moment your favorite?
Man, I'm soaking it all in. I mean, they just showered me with love today. I'm truly grateful to be able to play with the best fans in the world for 15 years, and man, they truly showed it tonight.
We saw Isaiah Thomas really, every second he got, applauding you, even while he was on the floor. When you're a part of that Boston tradition, how much does it stick with you while you're playing and when you leave?
It's always a brotherhood, man. You know, I had a chance to see Isaiah last night, and had a chance to talk to him and tell him what Celtic pride was all about, and just continue to hold this franchise down. This is one of the great franchises in all of NBA history.
Thank you, Paul. Mark?
Well, the Celtic brotherhood is a long, historic, and accomplished one, and Paul Pierce saying goodbye as a player here to Boston, but got a sneaky feeling, folks, he'll be back here at some point when he's not playing in some capacity. Forever revered here near North Station. Paul Pierce says so long as the Celtics win it 107-102.